There are many vintage shops in Newcastle, and to find out how the old clothes sold in these vintage shops are recycled, we spoke to one of the vintage shop's owners. Whether you think most customers understand how to properly recycle used clothing, and if not, why do you think that is?
So I don't think most people do, to be honest. I think most people would sort of look at it and think, well, you just put it in the bin. But I think in a general sense, most people probably don't know the sort of the background of recycling clothes and sort of upcycling and stuff as well. I think you would find that most people would be sort of not exactly clued up on that.
What types of used clothes do you mainly come across in second-hand shops, and do customers take the initiative to bring in used clothes for recycling?
In terms of people coming down and using taking the initiative to bring their clothing down, we do get that quite a lot. So I know that we get a lot of the stuff that we sell, we get from customers. So we get a lot of people coming in with stuff that they just don't wear, or they're not going to wear again, or they don't wear it enough to justify having it. So they'll bring that down, and then we can either buy that off them, or sometimes we get donations and stuff as well.
For customers, what do you think can be done to help them better understand the process of recycling used clothes?
So I think just exposure to it a lot of the time helps. So when we first started, there was a lot of people who are now kind of quite return regular customers of ours who had never really shopped second-hand prior. They'd never really necessarily, sold clothes off and stuff like that. They would have been more traditionally likely to either put it in the bin or to go to charity shops and stuff like that. That they didn't necessarily go through this specific route. In the last sort of year and a half since opening, we've noticed that a lot of those people who were initially not skeptical as such, they were curious about it as opposed to kind of knowing what they wanted to do. They've become more comfortable with it, and they've become more likely to do it. And I think that is a rule that can kind of apply quite broadly in the sense of exposure to it and sort of normalising it.